There's no wonder big brands may panic sell their drivers when everyday golfers can still perform with cheaper alternatives, right?
Now that sounds different, right?
Well, today I've got 2025's biggest underdogs and cheaper drivers up against Gary, a subscriber's big dog. A go-to driver for so many everyday golfers, the Callaway Rogue. What do these brand new 2025 drivers sound like, feel like, perform like for Gary, who is a mid-handicap golfer? I love seeing genuine everyday golfers test new equipment. It's so refreshing, right?
It does look like a kind of copy of the Callaway, to be fair.
Gary didn't hold back and told us everything that you would probably want to know if you're going to game these drivers out on the course this year.
It doesn't feel as fast off the face.
Oh, and wait to the end.
Wow, what a drive.
Gary was as shocked as I was about what driver was the winner.
I wouldn't have thought that.
So we're here to find out, how do these Max models perform against Gary's current Max model? Now, you've got Rogue ST Max Callaway. We all know that's what everybody classes as a bigger brand. Mm-hmm. You've never heard of this one before?
No.
Which is going to be really interesting to get your opinion.
Yeah.
And Wilson, brand new for 2025. This is their new Dynapower. Now, each of these drivers are a Max model, so we're going to do a little bit of a head-to-head battle.
Okay.
What do you like about your driver right now? So you're using the Rogue ST Max. What do you like about this?
I think it looks quite premium.
Yeah, for sure.
It does have a premium look about it. And when I got this, I tried out, I think I compared it with a Stealth and Ping.
Yeah.
And this was giving me the better
numbers.
Yeah.
Cool. And I think you're right. So it's sort of got like a matte finish, bit of that yellowy, sort of goldy look round the edge. It definitely looks really premium. And to be fair, I think it looks more premium than this year's Callaway model.
Yeah.
I really do.
Is it?
Yeah. I said Elite and I got butchered for saying it the wrong way. Right, okay. So which one do you want to have a look at first?
We'll try the Tour Edge first.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little look at these. We'll get you to hit yours as some baseline numbers to start with.
Okay, yeah.
But look at this. So this is the Tour Edge Exotics. This is the E725 and this is the 10K head. What that means is basically moment of inertia, MOI, how forgiving it is, right at the highest point. You've also got that flexibility to make it more fade and draw bias. Does yours have that?
No.
So that's a positive right now.
Yeah, that's just a weight in the back.
Just a weight at the back.
You can't adjust it.
Okay, so that's a positive that this driver has that yours doesn't.
Yeah.
So you can make it more draw and fade bias. As I put it down, it's actually going to be a little bit similar to yours, apart in the shaping, I think. It's a little more triangulated. What are your thoughts?
Design's actually quite similar.
It is, isn't it? Apart from, like, yours is sort of more blended in, this is sort of more of an overall look. And then you've got the Wilson, which is a fixed weight, which is like what you've got right now.
Yes.
Again, this is their Max model. This is titanium. So it'd be interesting to know what you think of the sound of this. I did this test with Pete at the driving range and it was loud. I was indoors. So let's see what it's like outside. And then that's totally different in terms of look. So at face value right there, most people have seen these drivers. Which one are you picking? So are you going for your own?
The Wilson's actually really nice looking.
So do you like the look of it being sort of that glossy finish?
Yeah, it's actually quite nice.
Right.
The red...
You should look stealth-esque.
It looks like a Stealth. It does look like a Stealth. The shaft's lovely.
So you go Wilson, you like the looks of the Wilson?
I think the Wilson, I think it's... This one looks like a... You know, it does look like a kind of copy of the Callaway, to be fair. The bottom of it looks a bit... you can tell maybe... It does look a bit more cheaper.
Yeah, there's not as much gloss going on, but more minimalistic.
Minimalistic there.
Yeah.
It's when you see it down there, it doesn't, it kind of loses that. But this one looks really nice.
Yeah, I have to say, I think it looks a really cool product. I actually quite like the bottom of the Tour Edge. I think it looks different. It's minimalistic. It's more like, how I describe it, very American, very robust is what it looks like a little bit. That's just my opinion. But let's start hitting.
Okay.
So they've all got different benefits, but essentially they're all Max drivers. So they're out there for forgiveness. We're going to hit 3 with each.
Go with mine first?
Let's go with your first. Yeah, right, I think just to get... You have warmed up. We are loose-ish. It is cold. But yeah, I'm really interested just to see, like, we're looking at sound. We're looking at what gets the best ball speed. What has the best carry? Do take into account, it feels like -2, -1 today. Very cold. So we're going to see probably lower club head speed and plower. Can't speak, and lower numbers than we would normally, but this is all a fair test based on today's figures. So We've got this set up, we've got some data. Let's go for 3 with yours, then 3 with the next model you want to choose, and then finally 3 with the final model. Huh, you've absolutely launched that. That is pure.
That was good.
That was really good. Really, really good. Right, I'm not going to tell you any numbers, Gary, until the end, because I don't want it to like skew the data.
Okay.
Okay? Everybody on the screen can see, but you can't.
Okay.
Which makes it even more interesting. Right, really nice hit. Like sound-wise, how would you describe yours?
It's got a nice sound off it. I know when you've struck it well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you really tell when you don't strike it
Yeah,
well?
you can.
Okay.
Yeah, that felt pretty decent.
Well, we all know what happened there, right? Beautiful hit again. That wind's a little into off the left, which is not a nice wind for testing driver.
Yeah, it's pushing it as well, eh?
Yeah, but the thing is, right, I always say this to people. You're going to play golf in these conditions. It's not going to be flat calm. It's not going to be into a net. You need to just know what it does outside.
Yeah.
So, final one away.
Okay.
Here's me saying you're going to hide data. You can see that there.
I don't know what it says.
I'll just put club data down there. You can't see ball data now. Wow, what a drive. That's your best of the day. How good's that? That's hanging.
That was nice.
That was really nice. Right, very, very good. Right, choose your next one. Now, bear in mind, right, this is just a very much a surface level test. You're not fitted for these. It's just more so out of interest, isn't it, really, out of anything?
Yeah,
What does a real golfer think?
Sorry, what is it called again? The tour edge.
Or edge.
Tour
Why
edge.
have you gone for that one, out of interest? Is that because you've never heard of it?
Yeah, so it looks very similar to the Callaway.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of separate bit here, a bit more carbon, I would say.
Yeah, so, yeah, it looks really nice.
Would you buy that kind of look of a driver?
I think with the driver, if I was driving it well, I wouldn't really care too much about the
Really?
the
So you wouldn't
look
care
of
about the
it.
looks?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of quite refreshing. I think a lot of people, it's split camp. I did some videos with a guy called Peter the other day, and he was very much, it's got to look good, and then I'm going to get on board with it. So it's interesting to hear people's opinion. There's no right or wrong,
So a
by
lot
the
of
way.
people, persisted with the pings, with the noise. I think it was the 425 driver. It was quite a,
Well, put it this way, we're stood on the range here. The first tee's about 150 yards away. You would be able to know someone's got a ping.
But
okay.
They do the job.
I'm very interested to see what the sound of the Wilson goes like for this hit test. Come on, Gary. Right, first one away. Now that sounded way different, right? Way different.
It felt good though.
Okay, why did it feel good?
That
Was a little
I think
leaky
the
as
face
well.
was just slightly open, but I felt like I got a lot of power through to the ball there. Maybe good ball speed, maybe.
I'm not saying. You nearly caught me out there. I'm not saying.
Right. Let's see. Oh, that was nice.
Beauty. Beauty. Nice.
That was a good strike.
Really good.
That's doing the job.
That sounds different to me. That sounds... Go on, you tell me.
It feels more powerful. It feels like I'm getting more at the shaft.
Okay.
When I'm, yeah. I'd be interested to see the numbers on that.
Now, you've got to bear in mind, when people are seeing these numbers, this is with a range ball that are 80% compression, right? And it's an extremely cold day. Okay?
Yeah, I jumped it a bit, but yeah.
Right, okay. Right, on to the final club. Now, look,
Nice.
on the way that felt, did that feel better than what you currently have?
The strike, the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah. The second one, I felt like I get more out of it.
Interesting, very interesting. Right, okay, let's go back to this. Now again, I want to reiterate, we're not fitted for these, so the brands have just sent us these drivers for us to just do some like surface level testing. So we've now gone from 2 matte drivers
Yes.
to a glossy look.
Glossy one. Yeah.
It's really interesting because like if you look at the Titleist has a glossy look, and everybody associates Titleist as being like really premium, really, how can I say, like top end.
Yeah, yeah.
And then everybody went to matte, and then they've sort of started to bring all this in. So I really like the look of the gloss.
I
Some
like
people
that.
look at it and go,
It's really nice.
the glare. I don't think you get much glare. I like the little bit of red, it's subtle. I also like a little bit of detailing in the middle.
Yeah.
Right, let me just change this on here. I'm dying to know what this goes like. So far, it is tight on everything. But it's cold. Now that sounds different, right?
Yeah. More of a snap.
Okay, go again. A nice sound, a bad sound.
It's not, Yeah, it's not too bad, but
And how does that sit down behind the ball? Do you like the
it sits
shaping
nice.
of that one?
It really sits nice.
Which one do you prefer the shaping of? So they're all sort of, I would describe them like domed and then sort of triangular towards the end. Does it alter the fact that you can play around with ball flight a little more on the Tour Edge than the Callaway and this?
So this one, I don't think I had as much confidence.
Okay.
With this one.
And would it, because you obviously like, going back to this bit on the bottom here, what I'm on about is I'm trying to get you to think like, would you buy a driver based on the fact that you can alter this? You can make it more draw bias, you can make it more fade bias. Would that? What I'm trying to say is, would that add value to your purchase, or would you never mess with it?
I would probably mess with it on the range. Why not?
Why not? Hey.
Yep.
Right, shot 2. Gorgeous hit.
That's nice.
Okay, and
It doesn't feel as fast off the face.
you are correct with that. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not getting as much out of it.
Yeah. Now again, this might be because you're not fitted for that shaft.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're not
Gorgeous
getting as much out of it. So hit one more, then we'll have a run through this data together. You got a bit better on that one.
Yeah, that was a bit better. I feel like I'm struggling to not cut this one.
Again, that could be a little bit of shaft.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, like you will look at some...
It's not too bad.
No, you will look at some drivers and you'll go, oh, right, okay. Like, I prefer the look of this one. I don't prefer the look of this one. Right, okay. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to start off by showing you these numbers that we're going through right now. You can probably add 20 to 30%. Well, not probably, you definitely can because of it's cold and the fact that we're using very short compression range balls. At the end of here is the second hole. So we have to sort of use very limiting balls. But we're looking at like how do they all compare with the same golf ball? That's the point of the test. So clubhead speed. Your fastest clubhead speed was a Tour Edge, 96.4.
Right, okay.
Okay, you move that on the fastest. Let's go then into spin rate, what one spun the best. So yours actually spun the best at 2,500.
Right.
Okay. Then we'll go into ball speed. What one had the best ball speed? Literally neck and neck between them all, but yours just literally nicked it by 0.3.
Okay.
Now it's interesting, like you said that the Tour Edge felt faster, and I would love to see you get, not fitted because you got yours and you're happy with yours, but it'd be interesting to actually fit you into the shaft that would be right, and then would that start to go up?
Yeah.
So then we'll go on to the total. So the total, your Rogue ST was the longest. The Wilson was the second longest in total. And then the final is the Tour Edge. And I'll show you carry was the ST, and then it was the Tour Edge. Then it was the Wilson.
I wouldn't have thought that.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very interesting.
That's interesting.
That's why I say go back to the one that you had the fastest ball speed was the Tour Edge. So I think that for me, I'd look at that and go pretty much the fastest club head speed, pretty much the fastest ball speed, a little bit high spinning. So that's really reducing
where it's
the distance.
how far it's going.
Yeah. So, and also you can argue the same for the Wilson. Like you spun it a bit too much, so with a better shaft, would you spin it less? There's arguments to them all.
Yeah.
Point being is, which one is your favourite? I know you're gaming yours, you're very happy with this, but out of those two, which one's your favourite?
Probably the Tour Edge.
Interesting.
Yeah. It felt more in control. It was straighter. This one was kind of cutting too much. Yeah, Tour Edge would probably be.
So overall, this one spun a bit more. Again, that could be because the face is open. That could be the shaft. There's so many different permutations what that could be. Tour Edge had the fastest ball speed, but arguably wasn't the longest carry and wasn't the longest overall distance. So some tweaking to do with that club. But it's really interesting to get your opinion, get you to try them, see them on the baseline. And actually, you could argue it this way as well. Like, look, there's not much difference between any of them.
No.
But it's just, again, if you like the look of it, you get on board with it, you hit it well, and you know where it goes, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for coming on.
No worries.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
And thanks so much for watching.